Hey y'all, real quick, just wanted to come on here and address something I get questions on all the time. Obviously in the fur shed tonight here, working up some fur here, skinning some coyotes, some coons. I got some other stuff to do. And I want to talk about temperature in the fur shed. I get lots of questions regarding temperature in the fur shed. So I just want to speak on that a moment. Obviously, as you guys can see, I've got a wood stove in the back there. I've got just a very small fire in it going right now. The temperature actually in here right now is looks like about 43 degrees. I've got a thermometer sitting right over there by the window. So about 43 degrees in here, 45 degrees. I got in here about 25 minutes ago. I skinned 2 coyotes and working on the third. So it'll warm up to probably 50, 55 degrees. And to be quite honest, I don't want it any hotter than that. I get lots of questions on fur shed temperature for drying. And, you know, I'm out here generally every evening throughout the season, maybe every other, depending on how the line produces. I'll generally start a fire there at the evening, get the sucker up to, you know, right around that 50-degree mark, and then the fire will burn out. I do not maintain a constant temperature in the fur shed. Just to give you guys reference, right now outside it's about 27 degrees. I think the low tonight is about 23. Okay. So, you know, this fur shed it's insulated with the walls. The floor is not insulated, and the ceiling has just got double bubble on it. So I'm not very insulated. I mean, it will be in the low 30s in this fur shed in the morning. The biggest thing, the reason I don't do that is, if you guys see, I'm in a hoodie out here. I'm fixing to, after I skin this stuff, I'm fixing to flesh a bunch of stuff too. That's a lot of work, okay? You do not want to be in 80-degree weather fleshing critters. You'll sweat. You'll sweat a lot. So, yeah, the biggest thing is if you have colder temperatures, if you're doing it out in a garage or a basement, if you're worried about temperature, the biggest thing is just air movement, okay? Like I said, you guys can tell, I keep my fur shed. There's my drying rack right there. I got it full up with furs right now, but you know, that's yesterday's catch, and you can already tell those coons have already started to dry. So, like I said, I maintain probably about a 40 to 45 degree fur shed throughout the course of the season. If you're worried about it, put a fan on it, get some air movement. Air movement is way more important than temperature. That stuff will still dry regardless. You know, generally speaking, for the most part, in winter, you've got drier conditions anyway. So, yeah, I think just getting the humidity out of the air and having that air movement's way more important than temperature. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here in 70 degrees and flesh. It's too hot. So, yeah, I get questions on that all the time, so I thought I'd touch on that real quick for y'all. Gonna get back to skinning. Have a good one, y'all.